We're really excited to have with us Monica Wang. Monica worked in construction management for 7 years, and then she actually transitioned into business development. She's been in business development for the last 6 years. So welcome, Monica.
Thank you so much for having me.
So you've had a really interesting career in construction management. You started as a field engineer out in the field. You then moved back into the office and did cost estimating. Then you transitioned over to business development to help the company win work. So why did you decide to make that switch?
So it was not an overnight decision. And I worked in the estimating department and managed resources, managed a team, filling cost proposals. Then I got to work on a little bit more on the marketing proposals. I just loved it. I love to personally. I love to write, so I love to do write-ups and sending the right tone and a message and looking at what clients looking for. So once I got a little taste of that marketing proposal side, the company I was working for, it was not a conglomerate big company. Everybody was very multiple hats. So I offered, I said, hey, can I offer tracking some of the status of opportunities? And so I started doing business development a little bit as part of my day job. And then I fell in love with doing that. I got to work with clients, work on strategic planning, bigger picture planning, understand the industry.
Great. It sounds like it was a gradual transition, but did you find any challenge to go from a technical position to a less technical position?
Not for me. I personally love the people-oriented environment. And even when back in the estimating, you got to deal with different people all the time. Deal with other estimators, deal with vendors, subcontractors, you deal with client, ask questions, designers, and you deal with a team, how to put this together, deal with marketing folks. And just along the way, I feel that really spend some time, focus on building the communication people skill. That's going to go a long way for everybody.
So when you're doing business development, you're actually doing business development in a construction management field to basically bring in new work for the company, right?
Yes, that's correct.
Okay. So what's your favorite part of business development?
To win. To say to win, there's a term in BD and marketing called capture management. Basically, business development is not just whining, dining, schmoozing, as a lot of people think it is. And every opportunity we bring into the door, right? We got to filter those based on our company capabilities, services we provide, based on the scope of the job, based on whether is our existing client, new client, or competitions. Do you know the competitions? What is the right strategy to pursue this? How do we win this? How do we position ourselves to stand out, differentiate our company versus the competitors? And why us? Why them? A lot of things that we got to navigate and put down in the strategy in this capture management. So that's my favorite part. I love just connecting all the dots, and it's literally something that get me up in the morning to think, what can I do to drive this opportunity to be a successful result?
And it's interesting, and you're really using that same kind of skills as far as just problem solving, right? Just problem solving to put together a plan to win. So that's interesting. What's your typical day like in business development?
Yeah, busy day. I'm an early bird. In fact, this went back all the way to my field engineer days. I still get up 4:30 every morning, and I have my morning coffee. Spend an hour reading articles, reading trends, and plan my day. One thing I want to share is that I do plan my day. Even we say I travel quite a bit, so I would usually have my days planned out in next 2-3 weeks or a month. But I like to have I have journals. I call it journal, but just notebook. I keep within 2 feet any and everywhere I go. So usually in the morning where I can think clear. when everybody's still sleeping and it's quiet, I write down the things I need to focus on for my day. And then my day usually fills with either conference calls with internal teams, capture teams, or calls with client and or client meetings and also I have to have some quiet time to say, okay, all the information I learned either from the conference or event or client meetings, right? I got to gather in those notes, write meeting minutes, log it in into the system so everybody can see it, how to better manage it and develop the capture management actions. So yeah, that's pretty much my day. And sometimes I spend all day in the office catching up on proposals and working on the strategies. And a lot of times I'm on the road meeting clients. But guess what? Your clients don't come to the office to meet you. You got to get out there and be a good listener.
That's great. And I love you that every day you kind of sit down and just think what you want to accomplish that day. That's a good lesson that we all should use all the time.
I tell myself, what is that one thing I want to accomplish today to make it count, right? I know I can do a lot more and all that. What is that one thing that really matters with that, right? So I do that first. I plan my day first without distraction. So then I open up my emails, right? I see, some, they're good and bad and this and that. So I don't get disturbed or I don't feel overwhelmed, right? If I don't plan my day and, have a quiet time, know my focus, right? You're easily distracted with, there's issues, there's things I got to fire, I got to put out and this and that. I just feel that I'm not calm and I cannot think straight. So I would say that stay focused, set priorities, stay focused, and stay strong.
No, that's great advice. And it sounds like you probably developed that advice over time or that expertise over time. Would that still apply when you're doing construction management, when you're a field engineer, you're a cost estimator? Can that same approach be helpful?
Absolutely. Project schedule. So I got up in the morning and, I've had times and not, I've learned this through the way, but I've, had days when I got up and say, oh my God, there are deadlines coming up. Oh, there's this change order to submit and, this. And I say, well, I need to take a step back, right? In the morning, I get up just 20 minutes. I write down the important things that I got to accomplish today, clients I got to talk to or things I need to learn from, and fill out this report for project manager or budgets. So a few key things that you set priority and then everything else just comes the way.
No, I love that. So have you found your technical background, has that helped you in business development?
Yes, it was very helpful. I say that is that, I was able to, do quantity takeoff at the time as estimator, and I was in the fields. I get to see different things in real life. So now coming to the other side or at the other side, right? When we talk to clients, when we get to understand an opportunity or a program, you ask better questions, right? What is your concern? If I put on your hat, if I put myself in your shoes, right? What kind of challenge did you have? The schedules or site conditions and, or, stakeholders. You learn to ask better questions.
Is there anything you wish you had done differently in college to prepare you for that type of career?
I wish I had known or built up negotiation skills a little more from day one. I say negotiations are not just about, hey, I want a better salary, a different position. Negotiations is more like listening, communication skill. Back to people skill. I wish I had learned more about how to ask better questions. I learned how to embrace no's, right? No answers back in school, right? I was thinking a lot about, hey, I want to drive impact. How do I grow, right? I wish I learned more about empathy, compassion. I wish I'd known more about, hey, if I put myself in my team's position, what would I do differently? And the way that you talk to people, the way you present, your tone and your presence, and also ultimately, right, focus on focus on their people. So really, emotional intelligence, people skill, negotiation skill, I think those are important business skill to invest in ourselves.
Now that's great advice. So do you have any suggestions on for students that want to improve their skills? Any suggestions on how they can do that?
I do. Live a really intentional life. Get to know yourself, get to know what ultimately drive you, get to know what you love. And, young folks, at the time myself in the same boat, I was like, I love a lot of things, but it's so far away. I don't know how to make it happen. But be true to yourself and say, okay, right? What is your ultimate vision in 5 to 8 years? What do you want to accomplish? And I would also suggest that, second point I'd like to suggest is really feel grateful. Um, your life, Tony Robbins said, your life is other people's dreams. It is true. We're just so fortunate. We can make our own choices. We can, decide what we do. We have the freedom. Feeling really grateful in the morning. I mean, that's a practice I do every day now. Before I open up my eyes, I woke up, I would say, wow, I just feel so grateful. I set this mentality for the rest of the day. Anything that comes in between, whether it's positive, negative, it doesn't matter anymore because I know that I stay focused and I know that true. It's simple to feel happiness. And I would say the third point is that to serve, to add value, have fun. Add value doesn't mean that hey, I just want to know how to get the right better salary, promotion, title, and all that. It's important. But that's all part of the material success that I realized. I look back and material success, really that feeling, just like, you bought a new pair of shoes, feeling great lasts for how long? A couple days. You're moving to a new house and right, love it, your dream house, and then what? Guess what? 2 months later, you don't feel much anymore. So really, the true happiness I notice is just it's just have to feel rewarding. You have to go beyond yourself, and you have to give to feel fulfilled. And I mean that's what I'm doing now. I mean, I love to give and mentor others and answer questions, and I do it for free, and I feel happy.
That's such important advice. You may not realize that you early in your career that success kind of can be fleeting if you don't really embrace yourself and helping others. So that I love that advice. Um, is there any other advice that you'd give a young person who's just starting out their career?
There's one more thing. Let me see if I can flip my laptop here. Have a board. I have a board. Some people call it vision board or, your purpose, life purpose. And a lot of time as young people, you don't necessarily know your end goal or how are you going to get there. You don't even know, specific. I didn't know. I just know lots of things I love and enjoy. So why don't you just set up a place? I have a simple, here, I'll show you. There you go. So I set up that board a few years ago. Because what I would do, I have a coach that I work with, but basically I put on there things that make me feel good, things that nothing to do with money, nothing to do with material, unless that money material makes you feel fantastic, right? Just things that you feel is important, give you great feelings. I put a bunch on there, and you don't have to worry about how exactly it's going to happen. Guess what? It's a few hour conversation. I have a lot of things on that board that happen that just I realized. I don't look at that board every day. I mean, it's there every couple years or years, few months. I look at it, and you will be amazed. Things just happen, just like the universe or your subconsciousness work out for you. But to always stay positive, stay humble, stay positive, stay focused, and stay strong.
So that board is basically what you want to accomplish in your lifetime. Is that?
Things I want to do, everything, and all aspects of my life. I have got, running photos on there. I was not athletic at all in my life. Somehow I started running 4 years ago, and now I run everywhere in the mountains, and it's crazy. I think about it. It's things that I had not imagined happening, but I just wow, I wish I had done that. I wish I'd try, or I wish I'd do this. I wish I'd gone to this places. I wish this is just my, imagining this is my bigger uh, or fantasy or dream. But guess what? Just having a board doesn't make it happen, right? You gotta take a simple step. You gotta break it down and keep pursuing your goals and your dreams. And right that way, you have a bigger picture goal. You kind of have a bigger picture vision. Every step along the way, you will attract opportunity to you. People that you talk to, anybody, any conversation that's ever relate a tiny bit to your end goal, it will catch your attention. And then, you gradually leaning towards that opportunity. A lot of things have happened for me. And I'm not even kidding. It's a wonderful feeling. And I'm not stopping. I'm still doing that now. And my kids actually have that. They put on their walls where they want to go. And I just think it's fun.
It's great. So in a way, it's kind of like a bucket list, but it's a visual bucket list to kind of show you what you want to get done. And
It's a bucket list. You can talk about bucket list, to-do list, the kind of the lifestyle you wanted to have, or places you want to go, or the sort of atmosphere you want to develop for your life. And yeah, just anything and everything to motivate you. And guess what? When things starting to happen, and now I look at the board, I just feel wow. I just have this wow feeling. And I mean, there are a lot of comments on the internet here and there. They're positive, negative. Guess what? Look to the positive side. All we're doing here is that we wanted to set up this positive mentality for our lives, whatever we do, in a career, in a personal life, and really just enjoy, make every day count.
that's great. So you talked about the importance of negotiations, emotional IQ, people skills. Any suggestions on how people can improve those? Are there clubs that they can join, or are there classes they can take? Suggestions on how to improve those softer skills.
Yes, I mean, there are tons of resources out there. Most of them are free. I would suggest that uh, you're welcome to take any class and all that, but I would suggest just read articles and learn, hey, a few steps to improve your skill set and be a good listener, what question to ask. There are templates out there, and I'm happy to talk to you more for tips for negotiation. I'd love to, no problem. And also emotional intelligence skill, really just how to maneuver, right? How to manage yourself, how to manage your awareness, how to manage I would call it a social awareness and relationship management. Yeah, there's just a lot of resources out there, but just you don't have to flood yourself for all the things, and take 20 minutes a day, 10, 15 minutes a day when you want to take a break, read some resources.
That's great. Yeah, there's just a lot of free resources out there, so take advantage of it. So it's been really interesting talking to you. Are there any other initiatives or anything else you have going on that you'd like to share with us?
I do. I've realized that true happiness, right? It's really to drive positive impacts in people's lives. And we as a group, females, we gotta stand together. We gotta have a voice for good, for true cause. And so in my spare time, I've been a trainer and business mentors for folks. And I just have this dream and passion. And in fact, with social media, I like to, I'm developing a group, a platform, so that I can push out free resources and success stories, perhaps podcasts, and anywhere and different aspects to just to inspire and guide professional women who wants to take the next step and pursue a successful career and meaningful personal life. Anywhere from business skills to life passion, purpose, executive appearance, color, clothes, and walk stand presentations. And yeah, it's my passion. I'm working on that. And I would also, because I was an immigrant, so I would also focus on female immigrant professionals as well. So if you are interested, please contact me. I would love to share my insight, share my thoughts. I would love to get your thoughts as well.
And that's great. And what we'll do is we'll include a link below the video that people can access to get, contact information for you. So we'll add that to below the video. And I just want to put in that, Monica, we've known each other for several years. And I think you're able to project a presence that is very professional, very effective, that I know I and probably many people could benefit by the insights you have. So I appreciate you doing that, especially for younger people that, I said, I wish I had talked to someone in my 20s about someone like you. Probably would be very helpful for me. And I know you can really benefit a lot of people by just kind of helping them with their presence for how they present themselves and things like that. So thank you for doing that.
Oh, thank you so much. Yeah, I really, we're here to grow together and to drive that forces forward. And we need everybody together as females, not only in the engineering industry. I mean, it's in all aspects of life, whether it's corporate professionals, entrepreneurs, business owners, skilled workers. I mean, we gotta stand and we gotta have a positive view to support each other.
Yeah, it's great.